How are you today?
Great. How are you? Good.
Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
I think I'm mostly an optimist.
Why would you say that?
Am I supposed to give away like clues?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because when the dragon blew down my house and everything, all I did was just try to find my prince, and I tried to find clothes to wear, and I used whatever I could.
Are you easy to get along with?
I think so. Actually, I don't have too many interactions, but but yeah.
Would you say that you're more interested in the past, present, or the future?
I would say the future, because I'm always looking ahead, and I wanted to marry the prince, but when I realized that he was a jerk, then I figured that wouldn't work out in the future, so.
And how do your relationships with others affect you?
I think my relationships with others are really important, and they need to be valuable. They can't take advantage of me or put me down.
Thank you. Does anyone know who Stephanie is?
Stephanie made it very easy.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Do you love easily?
Yeah, but I don't really know how to show it.
What talents or skills do you need to survive?
I'm really good at writing.
What do you write about?
Anything. I just write and don't know that thing. I just keep writing and writing and telling the story.
Describe an early childhood experience.
Whenever I was in preschool, and I knew that when I was like 4, I could read all signs and letters, and but I was really, really talented.
Wow, so you've always liked words and writing. And how did your family expect you to behave?
They know I have trouble, but they try to reward me for my good behavior, so I behave good.
That's good. Does anyone know who Jamie is?
Too much. Hey, mine.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. What personality traits do you have that is at odds with society's values?
Pretty stuck up.
In what way?
Well, like when I have a girlfriend, I want her to dress really nice, and she has to dress as well as I do. Be pretty fancy.
That's nerd.
Yeah, that's me.
Have you ever betrayed someone?
Yeah, I guess you could say I have.
If you walked into a party, what would you notice first?
Girls. And what they're wearing.
So would you say that you're an optimist or a pessimist?
Probably a pessimist.
Why is that?
I don't want to get too much by. Maybe an optimist, because I expected to be saved.
So you thought that you were going to be saved?
Yeah.
What talents or skills do you need to survive?
Oh, yeah, that's tough. I'm not sure. Does this person need?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not sure. Sorry.
Okay. Do you think Kristen is? Prince, well.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, have you ever betrayed anyone?
Well, yes, but I would rather not talk about my past. I've not always been the nicest.
Oh, okay. It's interesting. Well, what would you say is your archetype? You know, like bad boy, best friend, lost soul, devil, angel.
I'm probably closer to the devil.
Wow. That explains a lot. Where do you live exactly?
Well, I live in a big castle.
That sounds cool. Is it cold?
No. My
Keep it
breath keeps
cold.
my breath keeps it warm.
Would you say you're an optimist or a pessimist?
Probably a pessimist. I don't see others very happy.
Okay. Does anybody like to guess who Heidi is? Good job. How are you today?
Pretty good, yeah.
Good. Can I ask you a few questions? What would another character in the same story say about you?
That my life is different than that of a normal sibling.
If you walked into a party, what would you notice first?
The way that people look.
The way that people look how? At you or how they look?
Probably, yeah, well, no. Maybe if I'm with my family, probably the way that people would look at me.
Okay. What personality trait do you have that is at odds with society's values?
I would say overall accepting.
How does your family expect you to behave?
I would say they would expect me to act like a normal child, but I do have other things that, other tasks or, I wouldn't say disadvantages, but more challenges than what others would expect.
Does anybody like to guess who Mike is? Guys confused? Good job. Thank you, Mike. How are you today?
Okay, how are you?
Good. Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions here. Answer as truthfully as possible. Have you ever betrayed anyone? What would another character in the same story say about you?
I'm a good friend.
Are you anyone's favorite person? Maybe. What is something you might say? Kind of like a quote.
It's something that I would say. Or
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a quote, but something that you as a person would say.
I really like stories, reading stories.
Okay. Are you easy to get along with? Okay. What other, are you interested in the past, present, or future?
I'd say the future.
Why?
For the present.
Why would you say that? Just out of curiosity.
No, I'm not so concerned with the past. I'm young, so I'm looking more forward to the future than anything.
Ask you one more question. What would you say is your archetype? Bad boy, best friend, lost soul, devil, angel, free spirit?
I'd say best friend.
Best friend?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody like to guess who Brooke is?
Yeah.
Apparently.
I thought he was dead.
There you go.
There.